Hello everybody, Gerone Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Gerone Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. I'm going to be doing another video on the Lincoln Monument. I did one previously. You have to check that out, where I found that there was encryptions and encodings in the hair of Lincoln. And again, I'm intrigued by and inspired by doing these videos about Lincoln. Simply because of all of the connections, these eerie connections, these occult connections that are either dealing with ancient Greece or ancient Rome with regards to these monuments and presidents. And here we are in the US, which should have nothing to do with neither one of those, but yet these ancient occult origins, these roots from those locations of Italy, Rome, and Greece, always seem to stand out before our eyes, and nobody seems to question them. These buildings, I call them dimensional doorways. It's my belief that through my paranormal experience and encounter that these such buildings have the capability to shepherdize souls. They're soul sending and soul receiving mechanisms which allow for spirits to either leave our world and either to come into our world. And that is the whole concept and the ideas behind such shrines that are created. And they stand out globally around our world. Our courthouses, their schools, in the graveyards. And there's no separation, because, I mean, a similar building, you could find it in a graveyard. Or you can find a similar building that your child might be attending college at, or attending school at, or some type of symbolization which references this building, which we carry around in our pockets on a dollar bill or a $5 bill. You know, I mean, it's like either or. It seems like they have this occult mark on us. But anyway, this is this building, again, ancient Greece, ancient Roman style building here in America, and such buildings they littered the American soil. All right. Here in this case, this building was a shrine given to the memorial of Lincoln. What's amazing about this is let me bring Lincoln up here. There's a Lincoln there. What's amazing about this is that American architects are the ones that actually, there was two American architects, I believe, that was actually came up with the idea of doing this shrine and this memorial for Lincoln. However, they are not the ones that carved it, even though it was one of the architects was a carver. He did not carve this. Again, we revert to somebody from Italy are the ones that carved this. The brothers, the Parisi brothers. Let me see if I can get their names right. The Piccirilli Brothers. That's P-I-C-C. The Piccirilli Brothers. That's P-I-C-C-I-R-I-L-L-I Brothers. They're the ones that created this. And it's my position through my paranormal experience and encounter that I've discovered that ancient carvings are any kind of carvings that find their way into locations like this that commemorate the living, the dead, or some type of shrine, are always done by those that have strong origins or roots to that of Italy and the ancient carvers of Italy. These brothers, and in fact their whole family, came to America. They have these such carvings all throughout New York and other parts of the US. I found other works that, what I'm about ready to show you and reveal to you about their artworks, I found that other works of theirs are similar, can be easily similar decoded. I have another video out about how I found carvings. I mean, not carvings, but, well, there are carvings, but there's like encryptions encoded in the beard, the face, and the hair area of Lincoln here, of this carving of Lincoln. So I have another video. You might want to check that out as well too. But in this video, what I'm simply going to do is we're going to exclude this half of Lincoln over here. which would be, if you were looking onto your screen, we'll be doing away with the left side, and we're going to be keeping the from your screen to be the right side. But if you were actually detailing Lincoln, it would be the right side of Lincoln and the left side. But to make it easier for you, you see where this foot is sticking out? This side here is the side that I'm going to eliminate, and I'm going to bring both halves of Lincoln together. And I'm going to show you some interesting things about this carvings, particularly about Abe Lincoln. It's going to reveal some shocking details. However, before I go there, I'm going to show you something else about this. No one has never detailed or discussed, perhaps, of why Lincoln has his thumb out and seemingly going downward. You see the thumb out here and going downward. This thumb is out too, but this one here is going downward. Now, here you have a couple connections where you have Lincoln in an ancient Roman style, Greek style building, and an ancient Romans seated in an ancient Roman Greek style scenario in this throne, enshrined in this throne. Then you have Abraham Lincoln, the actual carving, even though it was actually, the architect was by those of United States, people of United States. However, the actual carvers of this was the Piccirilli Brothers, okay, and they are from Italy. The whole family, they have carvings throughout all U.S. here, all throughout America, and such sculptures throughout America. All right, so you could research that. So there's multiple connections here, which all lead back to either Rome or Greece or Italy. So I can click out of this, I guess. I'm going to click out of this and show you close current tab. And we're going to close this. Well, I think I can close that too. There you go. All right. Remember when I told you I was going to bring both halves together? Well, I've done that in this. Both halves together reveal a dimensional reality, which shows you, I have about 50 slides, so I'm going to have to move pretty quick on this. And notice that I told you that the foot, I was going to, that one side, actually what I did was I'm bringing two sides together of Lincoln, and I eliminated the side where the foot was out. That encoding was telling you, his foot coming off of that slab was saying, take this half out, essentially. That's what it's saying. Take it out, remove it. That foot out. You put your right foot in, you take your left foot out. You see it, almost like a song. I'm singing a song, but it's telling you to take that side out and bring this half together with the other half, and it'll reveal the truth to you. Now, in this particular slide, look at how the overcoat of Lincoln, oh, by the way, have you ever wondered why it had so much coat? If you Google the image of Lincoln, why did they go through, these artists or these sculptors go through so much detail to have so much overhanging of cloth, which would actually, I'm going to show you in the end of what that actually comes together to being. I mean, the overcoat of Lincoln is hanging all over this chair. I mean, it's way too much. It's just way too much. I mean, a sculptor could have got away with doing something much easier. You didn't have to put all of this coat hanging over the side unless you were trying to tell another message, an underlining message. And that's what this is all about. If you ever look at this sculpture of Lincoln, you can feel the energy, the vibe from it. It's screaming at you, hey, there's something else here. Look, there's something else here. You just have to know how to get it out, to get the detail out of it. And that's what I'm going to do here. And look again, I have 50 slides. Now look at Lincoln's coat. Once you bring two halves together, his overcoat is off. Look at this detail in this coat here. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Now between where the collars come, down between his leg, there is an image of a popal or a queen type figure, and I'm going to bring it in tight, close so you can actually see the face. In between his crotch area. There's the chin. It's actually female because you can see the elongated earrings there or whatever there. But there's the chin, there's the lips, there's the nose, there's the eye, there's the eyebrows. And look, here's a crown going up. And then there's a head of another figure right here. And notice that Lincoln's face and head goes smaller into something completely different, like he's had a head shrinking there. Look at this. You can see a queen figure here, and this becomes like her overcoat. There's multiple heads in here which describe details. Look at that. Can I bring it? You want me to bring it in closer for you? I'll come in a little bit closer. Look at her face right there. Okay, I'm going to back out some. This would be her crown, but in her crown, she has other details, which this here seems to be like a lion man here, like a lion face of a man in her crown. Her crown comes up, and now keep in mind that her crown is the collar of Lincoln's other suit, which is supposed to be an undercoat, and he had an overcoat on. But once you bring the two halves together, all of this is revealed. I'm going to pull this out because there's a lot more details here that I want you to see. So I'm going to pull that out. So this is down in his crotch area. Now, mind you that look how all this done changed, and his feet are now resting on what appears to be an open book, which is strange in itself because this seems to be an open book, which is strange in itself because now these columns that he's at appears to be the binders of books. Like if he's being judged and he's handcuffed and judged, like he's being weighed, he's being not judged. Well, yeah, like he's on a judgment day. In other words, the justice system, he's being adjudicated or judged based on, I guess, his life performances. Now, you may think that that sounds strange until I start showing you other pictures. I'm going to keep going through. Here's another one. Look how everything starts coming to. Look at these images, people. Look at this. Look at his crotch area again. Look at this. Look at the faces in here. Look at the details in here, people. Look at that. You see that? Look at the details. Because this is amazing, because people, when I tell you that this is crazy what I'm seeing here, you can almost see the scrotum sacs of Lincoln down. This is where Lincoln's testicles will be. These appear to be scrotum sacs. Now check this out. Lincoln's scrotum sacs are tied off around the neck of a being, showing you that this being is genetically within Lincoln, is describing genetics which came from Lincoln and is based on a tale that these sculptors captivated and placed in a message here. This whole being now, where Lincoln, look at where Lincoln's legs is. It's showing you from the body of Lincoln, showing you this being, which would imagine this being the body of that being. Look at the mouth, look at the eyes, and look at the crown part of this being. I'm going to come in closer because this is truly amazing, because it's going to get deeper than this. I'm going to come in closer. I'm going to show you some of these images. I'm describing this as being the scrotums, the nuts of Lincoln, and it's showing you that this being is emerging from out of Lincoln, and it's almost coming to the head of looking like something clerical or clergy like. Look at that. I might have to do a slide video. I don't know if I'm too close for you there. Look at this. I'm going to back off some. I might be in too close. I have to put more in writing because I'm doing a narration here, people, without no script. Okay, so if I seem to be all over the place, that's understandable. But look at his crotch area. This is going to get better. I'm going to go through these images. See, I'm trying to see what you see here. Yeah, you can see a figure here with a crown like on their head. Here's a figure of the face. Here's between Lincoln's legs, showing you what's coming out of his legs. Oh, I don't know if I told you. about the thumb thing. I have to go stop for a minute and tell you about the thumbs. The thumbs down originate in ancient Rome and ancient Greece days. In the arena where there was battling, where the games were going, in the arena. When the person would get defeated and the person that was defeating them standing over top of them, they would look to the crowd, and the crowd would either give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, meaning to spare the life or to destroy a life. So here you have in this case where you have Lincoln doing thumbs down, which is another connection, because given all of everything else that I just said, that here you have sculptures from Italy which created this sculpture, which actually carved it. Then you have this whole scenario. This shrine is in a Greece, ancient Roman Greece type scenario. So these thumbs down are fitting to everything that I'm describing about this occult connection of this shrine to Italy. Now, there's something else that I want to tell you about all of this too, is that Lincoln was in an era where Italy and the ancient and the Vatican during that time, the popes did not care for America or American presidents or the White House of the United States of America at that time. If you go back in detail, they were against the policies of America and against the beliefs of America. So for this all to be popping up here, again, you probably say, well, why would they go through all of that trouble to bring this here, for these carvers of Italy to come here to carve this, and for them to be using these ancient Roman and Greek style buildings here in America? Why is all of this going on? Why would they go through the trouble? Well, believe that if what all of that I'm saying is true, and such buildings, which I know the gateway, I know the key to how they are shepherdizing souls through these buildings. If all of this is true, then wouldn't you say that this is worthwhile? If this building is shepherdizing 20, 30,000, thousands, hundreds of thousands a year of souls in one direction or another a year, through dimensions, bringing beings in and sending beings out, wouldn't it be worthwhile for... This is the reason why you have look at the Statue of Liberty, which came over here. Look at all of these buildings, dimensional doorways. People, I believe me when I tell you that it's a reality. This is a reality check. Souls, gateways. Everybody is talking about gateways, gateways, gateways. What better scenario for there to be these stargates, or these heavenly gates, than these ancient Greece and Roman style buildings? You have this secret mess going on with it, and this covers everything, blankets everything, not just ancient rooted religion and ancient rooted royalty, but also it blankets the fact of the matter that we have I just lost my train of thought. About these people being able to come through from one scenario to the next, from one dimension to the next. What fitting better place than do that than through all of these buildings, these Roman and ancient Greek style buildings that they have here, almost like temples, these temples, like the Egyptians had with the pyramids. And then the locations of these buildings. Everybody's talking about how the special locations of these buildings are. These alignments with Washington, D.C., with some of the stars, the Orion Nebula, and all of this, that, the third. These buildings are the best places for their doorways, their entranceways. And then you have the thing about this, the secret society, and that's where you have the Masons, where there's a secret to these buildings and how they build and all of that. Well, if you have spirits entering to and from our world, what better locations than this information should be left behind or given than on such locations? In the design of the block, the specific material of the building material block. All of this knowledge is entwined in all and everything. Everything that I'm revealing here, people, blankets everything. Ancient rooted religion, ancient rooted royalty, ancient rooted masonry, ancient rooted everything. It's all covenanted in my discoveries. I'm going to keep going. I don't know if how much of that you can see. I'm going to keep. Okay, there's that woman there again. You can see the faces up in the middle. I'm going to keep it going till I see something more absolute that you guys can see. Again, you can see a face there in the crotch right there, eyebrow, nose. And then there's like a crown. And keep in mind that all of these crowns, now this is the collar. Now this collar is looking more so, becoming to look more and more like a papal tiara or like a bishop's cap. Look at that. Look, there's a face, there's a chin, there's the mouth, there's the nose, there's an eye, there's an eyebrow, here's the forehead. And then you come up with a crown that looks like a tiara, but it's also incorporated in this jacket that is there. All of this it comes from the image. Alright, here's something more definitive there. Look at the crotch area on how there's a total pole of heads. I don't know how many you can see, but there's one here, there's one there, and there's one there. And you can see how I have Abe's face there distorted because I'm bringing this half to that half and bringing both halves together. But look at this. But it gets better. Let me keep going. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to run out of time here. Look at this, people, on how this comes to. His head disappears in there. There's a little like an orb up here. That's his head. It closed all the way out. I don't know if you can actually see that up there. However, look at how the buttons, look at this, people. Look how both halves complete. Look at that. This is the statue. This is the carvings there. Look at this. Look at how this becomes true. Everything becomes squared off. Look at how he's sitting here. You don't see nothing else. There's not a head there, but look at this here. Look all up in here. It's perfect. How everything matches. Both halves come together and match. Look at that. Okay. And again, these overcoats can be equated with what's been worn through time. The clothing. Okay, here's a larger picture of it here. Look at that. I'm bringing it in closer. This is from bringing one half of the image together to another. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to back off because there's a monster head up there. Now, here his abs looks like a reptile. Even his nutsack is there, looking like a reptile. I don't know how much of that you can see. Yes, you can see that. However, you have to see the face of him now up here. I got to see if I can get you in closer. Because his head actually looks like, I don't know if I can tilt this up to, his head actually looks like, I can't. His head actually looks like that of a reptile's head. Oh gosh. I don't know if you can see it, but you should see the head, people. I mean, I don't know if I can get this to come down or, I don't think so. I don't think I can get this to come down now. People, you have to see it to believe it. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. I'm getting a glare back, but I'm going to keep going. But up there in the head part, you have to see the face and the head of this thing. He's a reptilian here in this image. I'm going to see if I can bring this up closer without distorting anything. I don't know if you can see that right there. Okay. I don't know how much of that you can see, but I'm going to bring it in closer. All right, I'm going to bring it out. A reptilian looking man with a reptilian looking body. And this is all done by the art. This is the secret behind the sculptures, the sculpt work, and all that. Hidden messages behind the scene. But hold on, people, because it gets better. I got to keep it going. I'm a half an hour into this. I'm going to get through all of these images. How many? I'm only through 10. I have to speed up. All right, I'm going to have to speed up through these. I did talk about the thumbs down. Okay. There he is there again with the thumbs down. I'm going to keep it moving. Okay, that's pretty much the same thing. How much of that can you see? I'm going to get to the better pictures. I have like 3 other ones. Okay, can you see that reptile-like head there? Look, why is the heads all seemingly out of these now? Okay. Is there anything for you to see? Oh, yes, there is a person there in the lap area. Let me bring that in closer. Look at how the head in each slide changes in the lap area. Right there. Look at this as being the chin. Here's gills coming off the side of the face. There's a woman's face there. And notice how this looks like a Popol's tiara right there. And the face is in there. I don't know how much of this you can see. I have to let it go. I'm going to keep moving. And I'm going to put more in writing. And you can see what his head looks like up there. Or can you? I have this all stretched out. Let me go back. I'm going to get to some of the better pictures. I'm on 16. Okay. You know what? Look how his face comes to life now. Let me show you something in this slide. On how smaller the fit, when you bring it in smaller, look at this. Look at the actual face in between the lap there. There's an actual face there. His head disappears. But look at this. Can you see that face there? Please tell me you can. Look at that face on how real it looks. Look. There's the chin, there's the mouth, there's the nose, there's an eye, and here's a tiara right there. Look at that. The head is missing from here, telling you that there's the genes right there of what this being is. Look at that. And this is all in the sculpted artwork. Look at that face there, people. The head is missing there, up top on Lincoln, but look here. And look at the overcoat. Look at all of this. And the thumbs are pointing down to that being. Look. Look. Look where the thumbs are going in that direction, down to the crotch. Look. Look. You see that? See here, look at here. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Alright, this gets good too. I can back off some. Alright. Back off. Okay, we're there. Alright. Look at this. How this separates. There's those thumbs down again. There. We're at 18. I gotta move. I gotta step it up. Alright. Can you see that head? Yes. People, this becomes, it reminds me of that head that Bruce Wayne in Batman pulls on, and Commissioner Gordon, that bronze head. People, there's a man with his receding hairline. There's his hair there. There's his eyes. There's his chin. And here, he seems to be embodied or coming out of the head of either some type of snake or cobra. But it looks like it gives him his collar. And then it comes down to Lincoln's neck, like if it's separated, like some type of, it's something that you would see it to me like on a cane or on a bed post. Look at this. Look how unreal this is. Look at this. I'm bringing it in close. Look. This is the collar area of Lincoln. There's a head down there in his crotch area again. Look. Look at the face and the head down here that then grew smaller. Showing you that it done went up through Lincoln. And look at this. And look at this here. Something out of a nightmare. Look at that. But it gets better. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going because I don't have much time. I'm going to have to put more in writing because I can't. I'm only going to keep this at an hour, and I'm at 29 minutes now. All right, we're at 21. In this picture, this is still the Lincoln's Monument. All of these pictures, people, are of the Lincoln's Monument. All of them. These are the 2 columns where he had his hand and come together. The clothing off to the side. This is why you have that excess of clothing at that monument. You know what this creates? A clergy's robe. And Lincoln's hand at this point, where the thumbs come together on both sides, is holding a clergy's robe. And this is immortalizing or commemorating clergy. So when that image is closed, it's like a telescoping motion picture. If you close it from one side to the next, you get the image of a clergy's robe. These will be the tasseling coming down. This will be an insignia hanging down off the clergy. And you have two hands holding the robe outwards and say, behold, this is what it was all about from Jump Street, about ancient rooted religion. Them boasting of their power over the U.S. and over the presidency, and being behind the scenes, the dark powers of everything that was in America, all the carvings, and they're hitting the messages. Again, here, look, a clerical robe. That's what this becomes. So remember those big tasselings that you see with the Pope hanging on? Those columns became the tasselings. Here's the robe coming out. Here's the hands holding it up. And hold on, because it gets better. Because I'm going to give you nuns and everything else in this. Look at this. It gets better. Look here where his chest becomes, you can see heads in his chest area. You can almost see his abdomen lines. And there's something with, I don't know if you can see the eyes, because it's really light. There's eyes there. And at his crotch, where his crotch belongs, there's a person with their mouth open, and they have like an egg in their mouth. It appears to be a female. And you have the abs. This is the ab cavity here. And then you have this face, forehead, eye, nose, open mouth, comes down in a curvature like a V. And then there's something in the mouth right there, like an egg. All right, I'm going to pull away. I don't know how much of that you can see. All right, here's that up close again. That clergy robe, the hands holding it up. This is a popal's gown. Look, a gown. This becomes a gown. There's the tasseling that comes off the center. Here's the thumbs coming together, like so. And there's a little insignia here. Here's those bars that come across there. And there's a face in here behind the thumbs, looking like this gives it a mustache. Like if those two thumbs come together, y'all might know what that symbol means. There could be a symbol for that. A mustache, a thumb mustache. Look at this. That it's giving this creature. There is a face here, and it actually has a pendulum around it. There's a face in here, and the two thumbs come together and creates a mustache upwards for that face. Now, you guys probably know what that means. I've never seen it before, but it reminds me of the mustaches that Salvador Dali had, Groucho Marx. Those kind of guys had the mustache turned up. But there's a face, a black face, seemingly, inside of here. There's a man's face in here, in this robe. And the thumbs come together to create his mustache. I'm going to come in closer so you can see the face. Why am I not hitting that face? In there is a face, people. Look in there behind. Where the thumbs come together, the thumbs create a mustache for the face. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to back off. And you'll have to let me know if you can see it. So this all creates clergy. All right, let's keep going because I want to get to the nun's outfit. There's that column again. I'm going to keep going past the 27. I'm going to keep going. Okay, that's all closed up there now. See how that becomes looking like a pope's robe? Look at that. A straight pope's robe. This is the columns. The monument closes up like a book. It closes up. And those columns on each side that I tell you that he has his hands resting on, seeming like the binders of a book, stating that the book is open, you can close the book. And as you close the book, the pages are revealed like a motion picture. And this is what is revealed there. There's those columns. So when you open the book up, you see Lincoln. But when you start to close the book, you start to see the other pages of what actually, details of what actually is going on. And this is the way the hidden message. Now here's that book binder that I told you was about there, closed here. But when you open it up, look at this, and look at this. Now you've probably seen something like this in the church thing before too. Look at this, people. Both of those columns closed. You don't see Lincoln, you don't see nothing. Look at this on top, like a little knob. And look at the cloth hanging off. And look at these pillars. It's like an obelisk. Look at that. So when you open it, it's a closed book this way. Look, the book is perfectly closed. This is a book. Now, look. And when you open it up, everything else comes there from. So this is the Lincoln's Monument. No one has never seen it like this. A book on a monument with the cloth on top of it. Whose cloth? It's showing you the clerical thought, meaning that Lincoln was judged by the clergy. Here's another image of them open up. Look at this here, because this is amazing, because you can almost see in a face emerging here. All right, I'm going to keep going, because this is where I'm going to start showing you a nun's robe, I believe. All right, there's that go again. Look at this, people. Look at these images. Some of these images, some of y'all might be able to identify with. Look at this. This is all the Lincoln's Monument. Okay, here's a clearer picture of that right there. Okay, the same thing with the look how the fists come perfectly together here now. Look at the robe. Look, even look at this. Everything about the robe, even all the crosshairs in it. You don't even see the binders of the book and all of that stuff that I was telling. It becomes an actual tasseling of the Pope's robe. Look, this is what this is, and look at this, a perfect diamond. Look at the clothing. Look at this, people. Holding up a Pope's robe. This is the Lincoln's Monument. Without Lincoln, well, Lincoln is closed inside of there, telling you that, implying that they had control over this whole scenario from the beginning. I'll go into more detail. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, there's that man's head again up there. You can see it there. Look at this. Look at this, people. Look at the head. Look at the shoulders. Look at the head, the eyes, the forehead. Look like a Bozo the Clown figure. Look at this. Look at that. I'm going to keep going. I might have to make a slideshow out of this and put more in discussion. Next. Come on. Keep it moving. There's an image. Look at that. This looks like the Sakura bird, or the airplane that they said from the Egyptian times. That airplane that I don't know if they call it the Sakura bird or whatever, but this actually looks like that plane. Here's the front of the plane. Here's the wings. Look, and here's the tail. And here, look at it upside down, going down into Lincoln's lap. Look at this, how that closed up. Or either a fighter jet. Look at this. And this is all made from the collar. And this is the same thing. If you look at the cutoffs in here, this is the same as that Egyptian airplane that they claim they found, a little gold thing. I don't know if they call it, not the Sakura bird, but something else they call it. But that's what that looks like. All right. I don't see nothing that stands out here. So I'm going to keep it moving. There's that again. I keep coming up to that Pope's robe. Look at that, people. Keep that in your mind. All right. Here. You got to see this. Do you know what this is? Here. Again. Here's the gown of a pope. There's the hands. I'm going to show you the face up there, but look at this. You see this cross here? This X right there? This is a Pope's robe, a gown, a clergy gown right here. And it has the crosses going, the X going across the side, the tasseling going across, X the cross. Now check this out. Before I show you, I'm going to show you the head up there. I don't know if you can see that head. There's a head, the craziest looking head that I ever seen in my life. But it almost looks like it could be something like cross between, I don't know, there's eyes. Looks like this might be like horns coming down onto the side. There's a chin. Almost look like it's a head in decomposition. I don't know if you can see that. But let's go past that, because this is what I really want to show you. This is a nun's outfit in this. Look at this now. The book is open. Check this out. It's like the hands are opening and controlling the closing of the book here. of these bookbinders on both sides. Here, imagine a nun's head in this hole right here, because this is what this is. This is a nun's collar. This is the nun's hooded part for her head right here. This is for a nun. This is the nun's collar. This is her chest area. Look, here. Here's her shoulders. This is an entire nun's uniform. And down where her vagina area should be at, it's opened up, telling you that there's something coming out right there. This is a nun's outfit. Look, here. This is their chest area. You can almost imagine a cross right here because there's a line and a little cross thing right there, dingy right there. Here's the other part. This is a nun's outfit. This part goes up over her head. The only thing it's missing is her head right there. Genetic bridging is what all of this stuff is describing. Control over mankind's being. I'll put more in writing. But look, this is a perfect nun's outfit and a purple outfit. Look here. There's the clerical outfit here up top. The nun is down. Here's the nuns right there. And there's the book telling you that there was an intervention, a genetic intervention, clergy involving a higher popal figure, a higher nun figure, like a mother, and that of Abe Lincoln, all discussing genetics. Here it is again. Look at that. Look at this, people. Get an eyeful. Here's the hooded part of the nun's outfit here, which goes over the head. And if you go back to that era, the 18th century, it was all one piece, just like this is right here. This comes up over top of the head, this part here. This is exactly the way this is made. That V comes into the nuns, around the nun's chest here, that hooded part. Okay, almost like a veil. This entire hooded veil. And then here's the bottom part of the nun's outfit, and showing you down in her private area that this is open. And I know that you can't see it, but it has a little face of a witch inside of it. Let me show you. It's too dark for you to see. Showing you again. This is just absolutely amazing. It really is. Yep. And we can get clearer pictures now that I'm exposing. Okay, here's something closer. There's a face in there too. You can see that face. Look. Showing Lincoln transforming here. Look at his face transforming. You know what's amazing about this too? Because when you see these videos, like it reminds me of like Michael Jackson's Dangerous video. I mean, was it Dangerous or Thriller? When the faces changes, going morphing from like a wolf man and all of that. This is what this is doing, because you can see everything here. You can see like a wolf type character right here in the nun's area, crotch area right here. This will be her crotch area opened up. This is what this is implying. Here's a hoodie. Then there's another being right there in his collar area, looking like a wolf person. And then look, a wolf person here. I'm gonna put these pictures on my Facebook page. You can come to my Facebook page and see them. There's a wolf-like character here. This is the nun's outfit. Now check this out. There's one here, and then there's Lincoln there. Oh, I got a baby waking up. So I gotta keep it moving. I don't want to lose this video. I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, how many minutes do I have left? I'm just gonna flick through pictures right now. All right. Okay. There's a ghost-like figure in here now. You know what this is? It's like a head with a brain, like a heart, like a bean head, right there. Like a reptilian guy. There's an eye, there's a mouth. He's in there, ghost-like figure, and this is his collar now. This becomes his collar. Then there's another face up here with the hands handed out. Again, I'm going to put these, I'll highlight them and I'll put them on my Facebook page. Okay, so if you want to see them, you got to see them there. Or I might be able to put them on Google Plus, but it's too many of them for me to try to do all at one time. You can possibly see that this guy has a head like a brain, like it's like a split there. There's his eye, like an alien. He's having like a mustache there. There's his nose, there's his eye. I can see it clear as day. There's his mouth, there's his chin, and he's wearing this outfit right here. These are the collars. This is going down in his throat area. He's there. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. Oops, I jumped too. All right, you guys can probably look. This guy here looked like a prehistoric bird with his hands handed out. Look at this. I'm gonna put more in writing. There's the closed book again. Look at this, people. And I'm gonna keep it moving. There's the closed book again. Okay, here's a good picture. Here, oh gosh. I don't know if you can see his head. When I tell you that this guy, when you see his face, oh my gosh. I don't even know if you can see his face. I'm gonna come up so you can see his face, Look at that. Look at that, people. Hidden occult messages in all of these carvings. These brothers from Italy, not just them, all of our carvers out of Italy and any well-to-do name, I can do this to their sculpted artwork. I can do this to artwork. I can do it to everything because it all symbolizes the same underlying occult messages. It's who genetically mankind truly is. It is describing dominance over genes. Look at this. Over genetics. It's about colonizing locations, great nations, defeating them genetically, destroying in some cases, and creating brand new genes. A genocide on a level, and it's all being recorded. And these sculptures, the artworks, are a record. You say, well, why are they creating records if all of this is going on? This is a record describing for those of them that are out there in these groups to know what is going on. This is their way of reading it and understanding what transpired, what took place, so they can further the process. These shrines are left behind to describe in detail how it was all done. The same way that the Maya left it behind, the same way that the Anunnaki left it behind, the Olmecs, all of these people, the Egyptians, even the Africans, everybody left behind how they genetically altered themselves and contributed to the genetic becoming of mankind, the future becoming of mankind, and what changes to expect. There was, and it's still there. Look at my my videos, people. It is still there. There is record that others don't know nothing about, which I've discovered, because they are not truly who they think they are, or who are they leading other people to believe. I found the original records of our ancestors, and I have placed them online on my stations, on my Facebook channels, and on my YouTube channels. And those original messages left behind were put on C-stacks, ancient C-stacks. And I know how they got there. Through my genuine paranormal experience and encounter. Look at this, people. Look at this. Look at the monument. Tell me that doesn't have clergy written all over it. Look. I think that I might be out of time. Oh, here's the thumbs down thing here. This is in an arena. I actually blown these two images together. But this is an arena too. Up here, they're doing the thumbs down. This is where that originates from. The Roman saying, we don't want to spare you. Your soul is being forfeited or sent. Look. Destroy them. They got their thumbs down up in the crowd, up in the bleachers here. This is the same thing that is being described where Abe Lincoln thumbs are being sent down, talking about done. Destroy. The same exact thing. We're not sparing your soul. Your soul is being sent. We're not sparing you. And where is that taking place? Look at this. Look at this. The same thing in this painting. Look at this. Because it's amazing. Because here you have them in this mausoleum, or this ancient Greek style Roman type thing, and they're doing the thumbs down in this painting. the same exact way. And there's a person laying there that just got defeated by a soldier, and they're stating, destroy, kill, death, death to you. And the thumb is down saying death to you. Here you have Abraham Lincoln in Washington, and the same thing is happening. His thumbs is down. It's a shrine to his death, commemorating his death. And his thumbs are down. And here you have these Roman and Greek style buildings where all of this stuff originated from. And all of the messages are the same. The thumbs down means death. Disapproval. Death. It's the same exact. This is where it originated from, these arenas. Here you have Abraham Lincoln is dead in a shrine. The shrine looks as evil as I don't know what. When you look at this shrine, look at Abraham Lincoln. He doesn't look at peace or at rest. Has one foot coming forward, else he's going to walk off in death. And then when you start moving them images around to where the fit is supposed to be seen, then the truth is revealed. And then all of those ancient buildings all are identical to that of mausoleums, all equated with death. And then you have this thing where I'm telling you that people are wondering where those open doorways are to the other world. How is the dead coming? How is the dead leaving? It's all hidden in the secret behind the masonry of these buildings, these Greek and Roman style buildings, which are all over the world. They are responsible. They are the evil ones that are allowing for souls to be shepherdized in and out, and spirit for souls to leave our world, and they have the ability to send a soul in the direction that they want to send it. And I know the truth behind that too. And I know how it's being done. I know when it can be done. This, people, is the reality behind the true judgment day. Okay, I don't know what you're seeing here. I'm going to flick through these pictures. Look at the thumbs down. You can see this thumb's really down here. Look at this. Look at that, how they bent all the way down. Look at that. Thumbs down. Look at that. That might be it. Is that it? Yep, that's it. That was my last picture. Okay, people, I'm going to end the video there. I'll put more in writing. Thank you for joining me. My name is Gerone Wright. If you enjoyed the video, just push like. Thank you.